Alright, we're back in Metal Shark player stage because I wanted to show the alternate route through the level. First off, there's some completely inconsequential blocks. I don't know why they're there. It's pretty annoying to get through that little passage because you have to be very fast. And here we have even more inconsequential blocks. A Reploid, some nightmares, a giant pit, and I keep forgetting that you need to have your special weapon unequipped in order to use the saber, but it doesn't matter. Let's dash across and find that it's completely impossible to get that armored piece without some sort of improvement to my dashing speed, and if you die, you respawn here, so prepare to kill yourself. Although I've completed this stage already, so I could just exit the level with the escape unit or whatever you call it. But you want to know, but I'm going to cross this gap, and you want to know how to do that without any sort of power-up part? That's right, you abuse a physics bug. Using the ground dash resets your vertical velocity, and if you switch weapons, you erase the projectile that's on screen at the moment so you can use it again. Yeah. I don't see how Capcom expects anybody to figure that one out, but I did. I got another armored piece, just 2 more to go. The alternate segment. Again, I don't have to do this because having beaten the level, I could have escaped the stage before going in the teleporter, but, you know, as long as I'm here. Anyways, we have ride armor, a conveyor belt, a compressor, auto-scrolling, which means that this stage is going to be very slow and boring. 1 nightmare. 2 nightmare. Where are the threats? I'm gonna regret asking that, aren't I? Oh, I'm definitely gonna regret asking that. Some blocks. Destroy that block, and I couldn't jump through the gap there because the right arm was too big, and being crushed against the wall is an instant kill. Brilliant! Instead of destroying the blocks, you're supposed to jump over them. Makes perfect sense. Now, I admit, I might be hurting myself by bringing the ride armor in here anyways, because though obviously the ride armor makes you big in exchange for not being able to be crushed by the ceiling there, but look at this. Yeah, that's a pretty long way to dash, especially against the conveyor belt. Still, I got through here with minimal pain, and no, Nightmare, you don't get to affect the Reploid. I don't show the boss for the alternate route because the boss for the alternate route starts being the same thing over and over once you beat high max. Here's me equipping power-up parts. Most of them aren't really necessary for beating the game at all, but for this particular level, I wanted to have the energy saver, which will have weapon cost use. Something like that. So this stage. Everyone loves this stage. It's got a cool background, a great song, and a very badass boss. It also has this. Oh, mini boss so soon? Well, let's see. It's got a horrendous amount of life. Fighting it with Zero is pretty annoying because it moves at the same horizontal speed as Zero when he's walking. And you don't have very much space to move around in. And, it also fires those annoying projectiles, which, as you're going to see in a couple seconds, I get killed by one of them when it fires at me while I'm sitting in one of the holes in the floor. So yeah, this wasn't exactly a very fun boss. Now, imagine if you were playing X. being able to shoot at long range means you'd have more room to maneuver. But look at that life bar. Imagine how many charge shots it must take. So I decided to go with the easier option, which is using Giga attacks. This will ruin the thing in about 10 seconds, assuming I actually want to use it. What I briefly just demoed is the weapon Zero got from Brainy Turloid. It's very overpowered. And coming up into this next stretch, we have metal boxes. Those are from Metal Shark Player's Nightmare Effect. I hate them, but you can destroy them with Metal Shark Player's weapon, which I will demo shortly. Yeah, that's his weapon. At least it's Zero's weapon. X's weapon is pretty much just the bouncing metal anchor, and not much else. So, excuse the pun, but this section of level is pretty heated because those fire pillars kill you in about 3 hits. Well, they kill Zero at his current health bar in about 3 hits. But I don't like what the Nightmare Effect does to this stage. It makes it slower. And I panic trying to get the Reploid before the Nightmare gets to it. But all is well. And we advance to another mini-boss. Same one as before, except now it's moving in a circle, except side to side. So I decide, no, I'm not going to take 50 billion years to kill that thing. Let's use the Giga attack. Ooh, that one wasted it. And it gave me invincibility frames. So let's see here. There's another metal box right above there. It's what will help you break into the alternate route. Now, you don't need... Oh, there's the heart tank right behind the Reploid. You don't need this Nightmare Effect in place in order to get up here. I've gotten up here with the blade armor or just the double jump, but, you know, the Nightmare Effect helps. That metal box is just there to get in your way and block you from getting the armor piece. Should you come in here after failing at the recycle lab, but why would you? Oh, maybe if you went to the alternate path and wound up having to kill yourself because you don't have a way of getting across that chasm, or don't know the way. But I'm going off topic. Here's more Reploids. Here's more nightmares. Here's more boxes. This is fun. Are you having fun? All these boxes are doing are A, annoying the crap out of me, or B, slowing me down. Not fun. That's all I can say, really. And they respawn if you go off screen. That's even more fun. So, there's 2 doors there you can see to go into the next mini-boss fight here. Yes, another one. I don't know why they decided to have 3 of these, but they did. There are 2 doors up there. Well, there's 1 door here and 1 door up there. Oh, by the way, look at this. Yeah, obviously you know by now that to kill these things you have to hit their weak points. But go back and look at the lower left weak point while it's on the hill. Yeah, imagine trying to hit that. So anyways, I mentioned that there were 2 versions of the 3rd mini-boss fight. The lower one has the Reploid, so always take it. Ignore the upper one. Especially considering that the upper mini-boss fight puts you at a higher vertical height when this guy comes in. Yeah, a 4th mini-boss. Using the same mini-boss 4 times. And even worse, half the screen is covered in lava. These metal platforms, you can't jump through the metal platforms, of course, so I say, screw that. I'm not going to bathe my feet in instant death lava just to have a shot at the lower weak points. Go with the easier option. No one will blame you. There's where you'll come through the upper version of the 3rd mini-boss fight. And I should mention that the lava will keep rising until you hit the top of this area. At which point it will stop, thankfully. But then you will have even less chance at actually beating it. Without Giga attacks or anything of the sort. Yeah. A fifth one. That's why this is the best stage in the world. 90% of it is 5 of the same mini-boss. Very, very fun. No, I don't care how easy it is with the Giga attack. It would take forever without it. In my eyes, that's not how you design a game. You don't make this ridiculously hard boss that takes forever to kill and then say, oh, but if you use the Giga attack, it's super easy. No. Make it a challenge, a fun challenge, no matter what you are doing. I wonder who this guy is. Could he be the boss whose name was given at the beginning of the stage? See, yeah, they're doing the question mark thing again. This guy is insane. He can control the lava. Half the screen will be covered in lava at all times when you fight him. And as you have no doubt noticed by now, his weakness, for Zero at least, is the ground slash, which is what I call it. And this is his desperation move. It's not difficult to avoid despite the fact that I'm getting hit. What I did not notice was that when the screen shakes, that sets where he is going to appear based on your position. If you're at the bottom half when the screen shakes, he's going to dash through the bottom part. So, yeah. Not a very fun boss, but it's not the worst I've seen either. It's certainly more fun than the stage. The weapon you get from Blaze Heatnix is, oddly enough, a saber upgrade for both characters. X gains the ability to fire fireballs out of his saber, which is admittedly pretty cool. Zero just gets the standard flaming uppercut. Oh, and apparently all of those areas with purple lava are called hot spots. No idea why. Huh, your Reploid's going on a massive killing spree? Let's improve his power. Brilliant idea! So anyways, I'm equipping another power-up. I don't feel like explaining what it does. Maybe I'll write it all up in a post. And now for the final stage of the main 8. Interesting set of ideas they have in the stage, but it's ruined by the freaking nightmare effect, which you will see. So just starting out, you can see that the floor is slippery. This is an ice stage after all. And you can't cling to any of the walls. Anyway, the first obstacle, an avalanche, is avoided by hiding in this section of the floor. Yeah. Epic, isn't it? So I decided to make this go by a little quicker and, well, watch. You did see that avalanche, those rocks, starting to appear behind me, right? I mean, they're just coming out of nowhere. And don't tell me that's because of the nightmares. Everything in this game is because of the nightmares. Still, it's not a bad section of level, and neither is this. If you keep in mind that jumping resets your horizontal velocity and keeps you from slipping, you'll be safe. Coming up, we can see Blaze Heatnix's Nightmare effect. It causes a bunch of flaming rocks to drop. It's not fun to play with those. And here we have the final armor piece, thankfully. This will complete the Shadow Armor, which is completely overpowered. Now you see that Nightmare? It is set to take out the Reploid that is right underneath it, and that particular Reploid happens to be holding a power-up part. So, no, that wasn't the most brilliant idea ever, and I just barely managed to save that Reploid too. And there's the heart tank again. At least it's somewhat hidden. But the Reploid is just begging you to rescue it anyways, and those spikes are apparently longer than the wall. Somehow. Yeah. There's the teleporter, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm not taking it. Anyways, by abusing invincibility frames, we pick up another Reploid and the EX tank. The EX tank is the best weapon, best upgrade in the game. I'm not kidding. You want to know what it does? Why? It starts you off with 4 lives when you enter a stage for the first time instead of the normal 2. Totally helpful, right? Best upgrade ever. At any rate, we are now entering what I like to refer to as the Tetris Pit. I don't really know why I call it the Tetris Pit. It reminds me more of an obstacle from Yoshi's Island. But, yeah, all you gotta do is wait for the blocks to, like, form a pathway for you up and out of the pit. I think you can skip these pits entirely. Or at least you can get out early with some improved mobility, i.e. double jumps and such. At least you can get out of there pretty quickly. But this section, I don't like it one bit. I mean, it looks fine. It's pretty self-explanatory, but notice that I went for the Reploid, which means it would take forever to get up and out through the safe area, and the game does it again. I think the space in the falling blocks is random, so the game hates me. And as I have just demonstrated, when the ice blocks fall, the gap in the line is immediately filled with an ice block, and if that hits you, it kills you. Like, outright. Good luck grabbing the Reploids. Hope you have the luck of the gods. Or you just tank a hit. Because tanking a hit is so much better than instant death. At any rate, that's the end of that. We're on to the boss. I'm still annoyed by that warning sign. I won't die so easily so long as Capcom can make money off of me. That's why I'm in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and X is not. Hey, wait a minute, didn't Wolfang there just mention Gate? Wow. Thanks for giving away the identity of the guy who's behind all of this, Wolfang. This plot sucks. I apologize for actually making you think that this was written well. It isn't. Not that you thought it was written well, right? So there's really nothing to this boss. Just dashing around, shooting ice blocks. Yeah. This will be more interesting when I fight him at level 4 during the refights. I hope. I've never fought any of these guys at level 4 during the refights. So, who knows? With that, all of the main stages are complete. We get the worst weapon in the game. The Ice Burst is worthless. All it does is create a block of ice. I'm serious. I'll demo it if you like. Look at these Reploid names. Cody, Ryu, Guy, Ken, Nina, Batsu, Chun, yeah. That's subtle, ain't it? So anyways, after this, I'm going to collect the rest of the Reploids that I don't have yet, and then we will advance to the final stages. It's gonna be so much fun. Somebody really does not like Gate or his creations. And that somebody is Aelia! Oh yeah!